healthier. The healthier you are, the fewer cardiovascular problems you will have.
Can be, eh? Very good. So here you have the word active.
The more, no. Yeah, the more active.
You are completely correct. The more active you are. Sounds weird, no? Does it still sound weird for you?
No, for me it's simple.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I heard you with doubt.
No,
But yeah, it was
no. I understand.
okay. Perfect. Let's go to the next. Connie.
Space, the more accurate my answers are. Maybe when I think more.
When I think more, the more accurate my answers are.
Yes, when I think more time.
Interesting. Okay, definitely we needed the class that you didn't come on. I think it was Tuesday. We saw a new structure. Check the second. This one over here.
The more. The more I spend study.
I spend studying. I don't understand. Are you giving me the answer or are you reading?
Yes.
Oh, okay. No. Check read first.
Oh, the structure the is used to speak about a conditional in a more conversational way. The more I spend on clothes, the more money I won't have for my education. The more money, the more education. Okay.
So technically you are conditioning. If you are not going to have money for your education, it's because you spend a lot of money in clothes. Right? This the is like a parallel structure. The first sentence or the first part is very similar to the second part.
Okay.
You see? So in the answer that you are looking for, you need to find a similar case. The more accurate.
The more. But I cannot use accurate again, right?
Exactly. You cannot. You need to use another description, another comparative. You can use the more too.
The more. Can I see the answers?
Okay, yes.
The more I concentrate.
Exactly. So I want you to try to build an option before you see the answers, because you need to get aware of the order of words.
Yes.
You know, in this case, it's the more, and then you have person verb complement. If you find it, you see, accurate is only a description describing the answers, and the answers is a person.
Okay.
And in your answer, the more I concentrate, again, we have the more person verb. So whenever you are trying to build a sentence like this, try to mentalize. Okay, it's the more, and then the person, and then the verb.
Okay.
You know,
yes.
That's the thing. Perfect. Number 4, Sophie.
The more admired a person is, he or she becomes. The more admired a person is, I don't know what can the more Mm, I don't have any idea, teacher. Even in Spanish, I don't
No
have it.
inspiration. The more
Yeah,
admired a
no.
person is,
The more admired a person is, he or she becomes the
the,
more.
uh-huh.
uh, I don't know how to say the more like not working not like when you work very well and or a lot or something like that. I don't know
Okay, that will
what is
be
the if there is a word that describes something like that.
a person who works a lot
Yeah,
and,
I'm very well also.
and very well talented. No, no, the
No, no,
word
no. Maybe in Spanish we will say trabajador.
trabajador.
Uh, that someone
In,
is trabajo. I don't know. I don't any idea.
in English, it will be work, workaholic.
Workaholic.
Oh,
It doesn't sound good.
exactly.
Um, I don't like. Um,
And also, but anyway, you are not giving me structure. I mean, it's possible, but you need to put it in a structure.
yeah. So we need a verb.
I don't know. You tell me.
No, no,
That's
no, no.
exactly what I want you to tell me.
The more admire. No, an adjective. The more an
Exactly.
adjective, and the person and at the end
Precisely
is the
because the
person.
word become is a verb. You
Exactly.
see?
Yeah,
So
but
you do
I
that.
don't. Okay. What is vine?
Pronunciation.
Vine. Vein.
Exactly.
That does not produce the result you want. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The more admired a person is, mm, the viner,
Pronunciation.
the veiner, veiner.
The veiner. This one
Okay.
right here.
Uh-huh.
You are completely correct. Excellent. Because you need the word the more is only used when you are talking about a long adjective.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with short adjectives? You need to use the short format. Perfect. I thought for a second that you were going to select the more.
That's too bad
You know
that you think.
exactly. Don't underestimate.
Yeah.
You. All right. Perfect. Connie, number 6.
Do you like strong coffee? B. Yes, I do. Mm, um, yes, I do.
It's hard because you weren't in the class.
The
If uh
the strongest.
exactly the stronger comma.
Mm, the stronger is
If
my favorite.
is my favorite now, you are not giving me the structure. The if you say the stronger, then you need another the and another comparative.
Oh,
In context, you prefer strong coffee. For you, strong coffee is compare.
better.
Exactly. Yes, look at this.
Okay, the stronger, the better.
Exactly. Very good. You see, it's the structure that we need to mentalize. The stronger, the better. Do you remember the song from Tame Impala?
Maybe what of them?
The song is called. It's the most popular. The less I know.
Oh yes.
I know. Yeah, I was listening to that song yesterday, and it's precisely this structure. The less I know, which is an adjective comparing, the better for me because I don't want to know what happened to Trevor. What Trevor is doing to my girl.
Okay.
Exactly. The less I know, the better. This is the structure that we are practicing.
Okay.
All right. Sophie, number 6.
Space, and the more productive you will be. Mm, ay, the more I have some ideas in Spanish, but I don't know. For example, if I want to say that I rest very well, but in this case, rest is a verb, and we need an adjective.
Yes.
So how can transform? We already see that topic. How to transform verbs to an adjective.
Oh, yes, we saw that topic. We were talking about suffixes and prefixes. What is the adjective that you want to transform?
Resting. Maybe more rest. No, resting. No.
Oh, okay. Like
No.
after rest, right?
Yeah. That's my idea, but I mean, I don't know if that is
Of
the
course.
adjective.
In order to find the adjective, the first option you need to do is to find if it's an ing or a past participle. If it's an ing, it's because you produce the sensation. And the past participle is because you are affected by the sensation. This is passive voice. That's your first territory you need to check. If this doesn't work, then you go to prefixes and suffixes. But your problem can be solved with the first option. Is it an ing or are you affected by after you rest?
Affect.
Affected. Affect is
Affected.
present.
Affected.
You are affected by the rest. Therefore, you are rested.
Yeah, exactly. You are affected and in a good or in a bad way.
Exactly. That's why you are rested.
Rested. So it would be the more rested
Exactly.
you are.
Excellent.
Okay.
The more productive you will be. See, that's one option. Very good. Very, very good. So the option that we have here is about the word optimistic, but you explored a very important question.
Yeah. Mine is better, I think. Yeah. The more the more optimistic your body is.
Excellent. Very good. How do you know it's this one and not the last one?
Because the parallel structure, I mean, if you in the second sentence have an structure, you have to repeat it. It's the,
And
I
what is
don't
a
know.
parallel structure?
That is the adjective, subject,
Person?
and at the end is the verb.
Well, you're close. You're close. The reason is not parallel structure. The reason is the the natural position of words, person, verb, complements. You know, but perfect. I mean, if in a normal situation, it's very normal to collocate the verb to be in the incorrect position because we are thinking in Spanish. So the position of the verb to be, take super care. Okay, very good. Let's go to the next one. Continue.
The space you consume, the more exercise you need to do to burn them. I was thinking the more food.
Food.
The food is not born.
Exactly, and also it's not them.
Then calories.
Exactly.
I hate them.
Hate love.
The more calories you consume.
Exactly. You are automatically getting the answer. Very good, Kenny. That's right. You hate them, but no, I love them. They are my nemesis.
No, I hate to burn them.
You hate to burn them?
But I need to burn them.
I know, right?
It's delicious, the food, but I need to burn them.
Imagine a delicious pasta. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's no vegetables in that food. Oh my god, I am hungry. I woke up hungry today. Let's go to eat and then to the gym. Number 8. Sophie. Sophie.
It is my turn, right?
Yeah, it's your earphones are very low, right?
Yeah, and also I am in a coffee shop, and sometimes there is a lot of noise, so
Okay, well,
I can hear very well. But okay, the more time parents can spend with their children, space has in adulthood. We are talking about traumas.
yes.
Well,
Yes.
more time more time parents spend with children.
You have to check if it's the trauma or we're talking about the solution.
I don't know. The more time parents, the more confident
The more confident.
they they have in adulthood. I don't know if we can substitute children when they. I mean, I will think that it's implicit, and I understand that when I say they,
No,
I
but it's
refer
important because if you say children, are you speaking plural or singular?
in plural.
It's plural, no? So then you need they.
Yeah. But it's understand that it's about children. Because I can say the children have the most confidence children have in adulthood.
Oh, that's super important question. In English, we avoid repetition as much as possible.
Okay.
You know, so
they better. They is better than children.
They is much better. Exactly. Much better. In the options you have, problems. Which one do you need?
The fewer problems they will have.
Excellent. The fewer problems they will have. Very good. And also I was thinking about the possibility of the less problems. which is another form to say this. You know? So very good. Very, very nice. That's super important, eh? In your writing, try to use pronouns and auxiliaries to avoid repetition. Okay? Super, super important so you don't repeat too much. If you repeat too much, that's negative points in the evaluation. Okay? Go to the next one. Connie.
I was thinking it's the same as the coffee.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I want to buy a big TV. The bigger, the better.
Precisely. The bigger, the better. You know, look at the options. It says the bigger is it, the bigger, or the bigger it is. On Tuesday, we saw that this structure can eliminate the verb be automatically. So in your writing and in your production exercises, if you're going to use the verb be, verify if you need it. But possibly you can omit it.
Okay.
Take a note. And the last one, Sophie.
Say the less the vaccine, will hurt.
That's right.
The the more no the more antibodies
The more antibodies. That's very
are
technical. Structure problems.
no
Are.
will be.
But why
What
will?
word will be?
Are you promising?
No. No.
Your intention is existence.
Maybe exactly. There are
Exactly.
the more antibodies there are, the less the vaccine will hurt.
Precisely. Very good. Excellent option. In the sentence, we have the more relaxed, the most relaxed. The more relaxed is your child.
The more relaxed your child is.
Sorry, what is the pronunciation of relaxing past?
Relaxed.
Thanks. The second. Because relax ends in S. Relax.
Relax.
So if you add a syllable, it sounds super strange.
Yeah. Relax.
Exactly.
Okay.
Good. All right. Technically, this is the review of the lesson we did last Tuesday, which is a little complicated, as you can see. It's about really learning, thinking in English, because it has a lot of very common expressions, but only for native persons. No, if we think about this in Spanish, that wouldn't make sense at all, right? So that's going to be the review. Talking about the and the comparatives. But what happens if we are going to equalize? Okay, let's talk about equalization. I want you to equalize the following sentences. We have 3 sentences here. I want you to rephrase the sentences in order that it makes sense. You need to use as and as. Okay? So let's talk about number 1. It says number 1. Today it's not as windy as yesterday. Clue. Use not as windy as in a negative sentence. Okay? Today it's not as windy as yesterday. Let me check it again because I don't know if it's the right. Exercise. No, my exercise is incomplete. Just a second. Perfect. I found another one because I don't know what happened to that one. Let's do this one better. Okay? Compare, equalize, and check the position of your words. Okay? We have the example here. John is tall. And of course, Glenn is tall the same way. So John is as tall as Glenn. Right? Number 2, go.
Janet is beautiful as Janet is as beautiful as Jennifer.
Excellent. As beautiful. Very good. Sophie, number 3.
You are as crazy as my sister.
Exactly. Very good. Connie.
We can run as fast as they can.
Perfect. Good. Sophie.
My mom is not as strict as your mom.
Excellent.
The
Negative goes first. Very good, because many people collocate not in a different position. So that was very good. Connie.
Your mobile phone is not as trendy as mine.
Precisely. Said it. Sophie, number 7.
Matrix 2 was
Speaking English.
not as interesting. No, Matrix 2.
Pronunciation. How do you pronounce this?
Matrix.
You're talking in Spanish.
Matrix.
Exactly.
Matrix.
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 Yeah.
Matrix. Okay. Matrix 2 was not as interesting as Matrix 1.
Exactly. Yes, of course. Not as interesting. Good. All right. Good. Just a second because Jessie is in the class. Hello, Jessie.
Hi, good morning. Thank you.
Morning, girl.
So, is here Connie?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning, Connie. Thank you. It's it.
Absent.
All right. Jesus.
Jesus absent too.
Alex.
Alex absent.
All right. Sophie.
Good morning, Jessie.
Good morning, Sophie. Thank you. And Fer.
Fer absent. Surprise, eh? Well, surprise.
Yes. And so that's all.
That's all, girl.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
You too, girl. Bye-bye.
See you.
Perfect. Connie, number 8.
I have doubts with that one. This sugar doesn't takes doesn't as no done
Okay.
done
Don't or doesn't.
done as nope. I need to think more about.
Think about the position of a negative. What goes instantly after a negative auxiliary?
This sugar not taste as good as the one I bought yesterday.
Okay, and why did you abandon the idea of don't and doesn't?
This sugar don't taste as good as the one I bought yesterday.
You are so close. At the beginning, you were closer. I
Does
don't,
it?
you don't, and the you doesn't.
This sugar doesn't taste as good as the one I bought yesterday.
Exactly. Doesn't taste as good. That is when we start using auxiliaries. This is when everything becomes tricky. But if you stick and if you stick to the structure, you will find it super easy. Auxiliaries, negative auxiliaries go directly before the verb,
Okay.
and you cannot collocate anything between. Probably an adverb. You can emphasize. You can say doesn't really, doesn't. I don't know. Doesn't quite. No, to give a different emphasis. But in most of the cases, auxiliary and verb go together, and then after that, the comparative.
Okay.
Good. Mhm. That's the way as well. Also, okay, when you have a verb, you don't need the adjective, you need the adverb. What is the adverb for good?
Well.
Exactly. Uh, I wonder if I am correct. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think it is well instead of good, eh? Because we have a verb. So these specific ones are the important ones.
Good cannot be an adverb.
That's what I wonder. According to the dictionary, because it sounds weird, no? Good adverb. Oh. Similar to what?
Yes.
I'm doing good. You listen to me good. That's it. Okay, let's try it. Okay. Yeah, because it sounds well. Mhm. Let's see. We'll check answers at the end. Number 9, Sophie.
I can use mm, I can use
What's a press up?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what is the meaning of press up.
But what do you imagine?
Like a push, something. I don't know.
Exactly. A push-up. A push-up, and another name for a push-up is a press-up.
Okay. Mm, Mini press up. It is difficult because I don't know if it refers that that the person is pressed up another person.
Whoa, a person is press up another person. What do
Like
you think?
I don't know, like a push the person.
But push is not similar to press up.
It's not similar, just or
Nah, it's not similar.
okay.
A push-up is when you go to the gym, you put yourself in the floor and you start pushing up.
Yeah.
Push up
Okay.
and press up.
Uh, I can do. I can do. um, I can do many press up. Okay. I can do press
Yes.
many many press ups.
Uh-huh.
No, as much. Okay. I can do press ups as much as you.
All right. Much
No, as
much
many.
is used for an indefinite quantity, and I mean, when you do press ups, you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So therefore, it's countable. You cannot
Okay.
use much.
Well, many. I can do press up. No, as many as you.
Press ups as many as you close. Close. According to the order of adjectives, where do you collocate the adjective?
Um, before the as.
Before the what?
No, the adjective between the comparative words that between us.
But if you are not comparing in a standard description, where do you collocate
Okay,
the adjective?
before the noun.
Before the noun it's describing. You see, that rule should be respected all the time.
Before the noun. Okay.
Before the noun
So
it's describing, not any noun. In
okay,
this
so
case, what
it's together.
it's
As
together.
many press ups as you.
Exactly.
Okay.
As many press ups as you. Because the word many is describing press ups. You see, you cannot separate these two. Similar to what happened here. Doesn't taste. You cannot interrupt this with an as. Nice. That was a tricky one. Good. Last one. Connie.
I don't earn as much money as you do.
I don't earn as much money as you do. Very good. This is very similar to Sophie's example.
Yes.
Like between the two as, you have adjective and noun together. No. So technically this, you can collocate an adjective, yes, a description, as many as much as better as good as, etc. But if you are talking about quantities, you know, you need to specify what are we talking about. And that's pretty much the thing. Checking answers, and everything is incorrect. We can go directly to jail. And I don't know why everything is incorrect.
Maybe for the capital letters?
Probably. Yeah, probably. For the capital letters. As many press-ups as. Does not taste as. My answer was that, yeah. Everything is perfect. And look, the one that you have, that we have questions, Kani. Good is used as an adverb here. So
Yes.
no problem. Not as trendy as, not as trendy as fast as, etc. Perfect, guys. Excellent job. You know what we're talking about. Tricky, of course. Not common,
Teacher,
that's incorrect. Tell me something.
can we do exercise with of comparative but with adverbs?
Oh, if you want to. Oh, yes, of course. That's super
Yeah,
important.
similar to the examples that we was doing yesterday.
That was a very, very good input. That's the issue. Like people don't build these sentences. Especially negative. Ah, okay. Probably this one. Look at this. In the options, we need the word gracefully because we are talking about the way she dances. So Alicia dances more gracefully than Rebecca. So one of the issues that you have mentioned in recently is the difference between an adjective and an adverb.
Yeah, and actually I understand because I have studied them. I understand the difference, but in the example that we did yesterday, it was
Confusing.
confusing because uh when some adverbs like hardly ever, no, yeah, with some adverbs the sentence has to be in positive or in negative way, and this is some kind of tricky for me since
Yep.
ever.
Yeah, because it's
So
about understanding the meaning of the sentence, no?
exactly, and I understand the adverb, this type of adverbs of emphasis. I think that is
Emphasis.
emphasis. I think that is the tricky one because they are which change the sentence. I mean, if it is positive or negative.
Ah, okay. Aha. But this is a production issue. Include adverbs of emphasis, negative and positive. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Like when is it necessary to say quite and not quite as, no? When is necessary to use a little and not so much.
Yes.
It's about the meaning. It's about the meaning of what you try to say. That part can be practiced in a production exercise when you are taking your own examples. You know, when you want to give a specific intention to the reader. In this particular case, we are probably not going to face these examples that you want. Yeah, no, this is a natural thing. The examples that you want is more like production. I know what we're gonna do. In the last 20 minutes, let's take the emphasis word. Instead of doing this exercise, let's complete the following. Huh? Not so. Not so. Not quite. So in this exercise, you will use emphasis words, complete the following sentences, and answer the questions. Using your opinion, your honest opinion. So it can be hard for other people to hear. You know, especially when you are providing your opinion and when you need to clarify specific things. Like, for example, yesterday we were talking about Marvel movies, right? It's not that I don't like the new movies, but I definitely prefer the old ones, right? This is when I need to use an emphasis word such as not quite, right? I know that my truth is very hard for some people, especially for younger kids. The younger people love the new Marvel movies, but to me, the new ones are not quite as good as the old ones. So I'm giving a very specific opinion with a hard intention. It's difficult for people to hear it. Let's try. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to make sentences. Okay. So let's take it over here. 1, 2, 3, action girls. Time's up. What do you have? Help me, Connie. The more mistakes I make,
The more it becomes quite simple.
the more it becomes quite simple. That was very poetic, Connie. The more mistakes I make, the more it becomes quite simple. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Very nice. Very, very nice. What about Sophie? The more mistakes I make?
I can do a sentence with that one. I create a new one.
Okay.
But I was trying to say that the more mistakes I make,
Huh?
I think that I am very confused. The more mistakes I make, as hardly as I would say that the more mistakes I make, it's hardly that I don't learn about them. So in my mind, if I use hardly and then the sentence, the second sentence in negative that I don't learn, it makes sense. But I don't know how to use hardly. If it is between us or it is before the comparative. And yeah, so I didn't do any sentences with the example.
I get it. I get it. You are confusing this sentence, the more mistakes I make, with, I mean, they are two independent structures. The structure starts with the. So you needed the second the. And you are trying to use an as when it's impossible to use. You see what I mean?
Okay, so I can use as with that adverb.
No. The problem is not the adverb. Again, I repeat. The structure is a the structure, not an as structure. What you cannot use is as in the middle of a the structure.
Okay, yeah.
That's the thing that you need to do. So probably you need to write a mini composition. So you add two sentences. The rest of the, and then your opinion with as hardly.
Okay.
You see, technically you're thinking in two sentences. That's my point.
Okay, yeah, because I am confused with a sentence. I think that with the and the, I understand.
But you don't have the second the.
No, because I was thinking with us because it's my because it is my issue.
Precisely.
Actually,
Use
I did.
Use the first sentence with the, and then give a second information using as. Because both can be complemented in a conversation. In a conversation, you can use both in the same. In the same conversation, you can use both. Not in the same idea. No. Because it's the, I mean, idea talking about context. But in the one sentence, you cannot collocate both. In the same conversation, yes, you can use both.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was confused with that because I was thinking about us, not the. So
Okay,
that's the reason I
try to build it
with the.
with both. The more mistakes I make,
the more mistakes I make, the Pretty, the pretty, no. The very understood, no. Understanding, the better
The
understanding.
better understanding, okay.
I
have.
have.
Okay, comma, because.
Because
Now is your opportunity to use as hardly.
I don't know. Okay, because mistake, no. Because mistakes hardly have to be in between us
Try.
because
It
you
depends on what you want to communicate.
yeah, I don't know what I want to communicate. Okay. I have an idea. The more mistakes I make, the more understanding I have. Because no, I don't have idea.
Okay, that's gonna be your homework. Complement that sentence. Okay, no problem. Because remember, you were using hardly, but you can collocate hardly between us. You can collocate hardly in a different position. It really depends on what you want to say. So first, you need to have an opinion, so then you can put it in words.
Okay.
Okay, homework. Excellent. Number 2, Connie, the more I concentrate.
It was difficult to use an adverb here because I only have the more I can concentrate, the more is my English knowledge.
Very nice. Repeat, the more I concentrate.
The more I can concentrate, the more is my English knowledge.
The more is my English knowledge. The bigger, not the more. Because more is used to describe another adjective or a verb.
Okay.
And in this case, English knowledge is a noun.
The bigger?
You need another adjective. The bigger.
The bigger.
The better.
The bigger is my English knowledge.
Perfect. Now position of the verb to be. Person verb complement.
The bigger my English knowledge is.
Exactly. Yes, that's a very, very common mistake, to collocate the verb to be before the person.
Okay.
Very nice correction. And yes, change more. Be careful with more, because more is very common, but only if you're describing an action or a quantity.
Okay.
In the case of nouns, you need a different adjective. Better, bigger. Well, those two in this case.
Okay.
Very good. Sophie, the more I concentrate.
The more I concentrate, the better is no, I don't want to use the same as Connie. The more I concentrate, the more stronger the more I concentrate, the stronger is my learning, you can say.
Okay.
The more I concentrate on it, the more I concentrate, the more the stronger is my learning.
Very
No.
nice. Yes, why not?
Yeah, because I said the verb before the subject. I think the more I concentrate, the stronger
Is my learning. Yes. The stronger my
the
learning is.
stronger my learning is.
Exactly, you need to switch it. Exactly. Oh my god, this is tricky, guys. I definitely want to continue this with you guys. If you want to, take this as a homework, right? Complement your sentences, and tomorrow we check it together. Okay? You can write mini compositions, if it's necessary to make your opinion clear. Write a mini composition of 2 or 3 sentences, right? That can help the full sentence be built. Let me take a screenshot so everybody can do it for tomorrow. Right? Do you have any question?
No.
Excellent. Lorena?
No. Well, I have a question, but not about exercise. Do you have the exercise, the examples of the exercise that we did yesterday? The examples of my classmates with us when we saw the ad and the adverbs too.
I didn't write them.
Okay.
No, I didn't write them. It was just speaking.
Let me take a screenshot of this.
Yes, if you want to.
Okay. Yeah. I have it.
The objective is to use the structure and as comparative as well as emphasis words to give the right intention. Okay, perfect. So that's gonna be your homework. That's the slide you wanted, Sophie. And tomorrow we can continue with this. That was more interesting than I expected. I am very happy about that. Very good, guys. Finish. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
See you. Have a good day.
Have a good day, guys. See you.